What's going on, guys? T-Mart here. Welcome to episode 12 of Black Ops 3 Tips and Tricks. This video is going to be jam-packed with fantastic information for you guys regarding the specialist weapon and ability earn rates in Black Ops 3. So this is a video I've been planning on making for a very long time. I had this on my idea sheet even before Black Ops 3 came out. But it's something that I really wasn't looking forward to testing for, because you have to go through and kind of like time out all the different weapons and abilities in all the different game modes, which obviously would be quite a bit of work. I was going to do it, but honestly, I've been kind of procrastinating. But anyway, so this morning I woke up, I saw on the Black Ops 3 subreddit, there was a guy that had already put all this together. So shout out to r_NoahJK on Reddit. I'm going to link his post down in the description. He kind of organized all this data. And I believe he got the information from the exclusive ace, who got it from Blame Truth. And I don't know, sometimes there's like a long rabbit hole of finding out who had the information first. So that's what I know about so far. But without further ado, let's get into it. So obviously, as I'm sure most of you guys know, the charge times are different depending on what game mode you're in. Like you'll get them, relatively fast in TDM and free-for-all. But then in modes like Search and Destroy, you'll earn them a little bit slower. So you don't get them multiple times throughout a short game. So anyway, we're going to go through each of the game modes. I'll show you guys how long it takes to earn each ability and each weapon, both with and without the Overclock perk, which speeds up the rate at which you earn them. And we'll kind of quickly go through there. You guys can see everything. If you guys want to pause the video, you can, to kind of inspect the data a little bit more for yourself. But then at the end of the video, we'll talk about some of the outliers and some of the things that you should definitely know when it comes to this sort of thing. So starting off here with TDM and FFA, this is just kind of like the baseline time it takes to earn everything, because they're not objective game modes. It's all based off kill and score and stuff like that. So you guys can see these are all the times with and without Overclock for the specialist abilities on the left and the specialist weapons on the right. Now, moving on to the next game mode, we have Domination. This one, it takes 1.65 times longer to earn your specialist ability or weapon in. So it's 1.65 times longer than what it takes in TDM or FFA. Moving on to Safeguard, this one takes 1.3 times longer than TDM or FFA to be able to earn those abilities and weapons. Next up, we have Hardpoint, which takes 1.83 times longer to be able to earn those things, which is actually a pretty big jump. And then finally, the last one we have here is Search and Destroy, which is by far the biggest jump in time. It takes 3.38 times longer to be able to earn your specialist ability or weapon than it does in TDM or FFA. So yeah, there you guys have it. Those are some of the game modes that they showed. It looks like we might be missing a couple of game modes like, Uplink and, Kill Confirm and stuff like that, but that's a majority of the most popular game modes in Black Ops 3 and how long it takes to earn those abilities and weapons. Now, like I said, I encourage you guys to go through, pause on the game modes that you play, figure out, what you want to run, look at how long it takes to earn each thing, and then kind of compare it to how beneficial it is to you, like how many kills you get with it and stuff like that, and figure out which one is going to be better for you as a player. I can't tell you guys that, only you can tell yourself that. But I also wanted to point out three very, very important things that I noticed about some of these charge times in Black Ops 3. So first up is that if you're a Search and Destroy player, you obviously want to be very, very careful as to what you're running. Take a look at these times here. If you're playing Search and Destroy, you should never run the Reaper Scythe. It takes way too long to earn. So Search and Destroy in this game is the first to 4, and each round is 2 minutes long. So you would literally need it to go to round 11, and every single round would have to be the full 2 minutes if you wanted to earn that Scythe. And that's rarely ever gonna happen. So literally never run the Scythe in Search and Destroy. And even in saying that, I would say be really careful with a lot of the other stuff too. Seraph's combat focus, the gravity spikes, Sparrow, Tempest, War Machine, Annihilator, Hive, Purifier. Yes, you can earn these things, but sometimes you're not going to earn them. You're probably going to be better going on with something else that you're pretty much guaranteed to earn throughout the match, rather than leaving it to chance and hoping the game lasts long enough for you to be able to earn it. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. But be very, very careful, and especially never run the Scythe in Search and Destroy. Now, the second thing I want to point out to you guys has to do with the perk Overclock. So Overclock, I feel like, is a bit of an overshadowed perk. Like, not too many people use it, but it actually can be very, very useful, especially when you're using it with the right specialist weapon or ability. So what Overclock does is it takes 25% off of your charge time for your weapon or ability. Doesn't matter which one you're using or what game mode you're playing, it's a flat 25% every single time. So, obviously, using it on those abilities that take longer to earn is essentially going to make it more effective because you're going to be saving more time. So like, for example, right here, if you're running a class with Ruin's overdrive ability, Overclock is only going to save you about 34 seconds of time, which really isn't that big of a deal. But if you're running Reaper's Scythe, Overclock is going to save you 1 minute and 30 seconds off of getting that scythe, which is a much bigger deal. That's essentially like 3 times effective. So yeah, if you look at this chart, some of the yellow ones are like Overclock is pretty good on those. Some of the red ones is like, wow, Overclock is actually really amazing on those. And I would recommend you guys check out Overclock on some of those classes if you like earning those specialist weapons and abilities relatively quickly. Now, finally, last but not least, the last kind of like little tip I've got for you guys is the fastest thing that you can earn in the game. It's kind of obvious. I don't know if you guys saw it in all the different charts I showed you guys, but Spectre's Ripper is by far the fastest thing you can earn. And it's kind of weird because Spectre's Ripper is a specialist weapon, and typically specialist weapons take a lot longer to earn, but not in this case. It only takes 1 minute and 42 seconds to earn in Team Deathmatch and Free-for-all, and obviously it's multiplied out for the other modes, but it's always the shortest out of all the other specialist weapons and abilities. So if you're looking for something that you're going to be able to earn very quickly and very often, then Spectre's Ripper is definitely the way to go. It's the fastest thing in the game, and honestly, it's just one of my favorites. I think it's a lot of fun to use, and I oftentimes get quite a few multi-kills with it. So I personally think that Spectre's Ripper is the most effective specialist weapon or ability in this game. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys later. Check out these if you're screwing. Seen yet? Peace out, guys.